Welcome to Blacktown Sydney. In this Sydney food vlog, we're going on a Blacktown food tour to discover Blacktown's hottest street food you can't miss. This amazing looking dish is a Dabeli, and we're having it at Radhe Chatpata House in Blacktown. So this is a dish I haven't had before. It originated in the 1960s in Gujarat on the west coast of India. And the great thing about Gujarat cuisine is that it has a beautiful mix of sweet and spicy. So it looks amazing. It's on a puff, which is like a bun, and I can see it's got some chopped peanuts on the inside. Oh, it's nice and toasty, and then that puff is really nice and soft. So I can see some whole bits of peanut there, as well as some sort of masala, I think it is. And then these like dried noodle things are called siv. And we've also got a few little pomegranate seeds on top as a garnish. It comes with a couple of chutneys. So we've got a green chutney and then we've got a tamarind sauce. I'm really excited about this dish. It looks absolutely amazing. And we've had a similar looking dish, which is vada pav before. That's got potato on the inside, but it also comes in a bun. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. So we've been told to cut it in half and then dip it in the sauces. Ooh. So this is a little bit messy. We've got a mixture of sweet and spicy here. So I think the tamarind sauce is supposed to be sweet and the green chili chutney is supposed to be a bit spicy. So let's try it just with the tamarind to begin with. Oh. I love how much is going on with this dish in terms of the flavors and the textures. So I can definitely taste those chunks of whole peanuts. You've got the crispiness of the sieve, and the pav bun is so nice and soft and tender. And then the chutney goes really nicely with it. There's a little bit of a hint of heat in it. And then that tamarind sauce is nice and sweet, but then it's got a bit of the tang of the tamarind as well. So now let's try that green chutney. That green chutney is more mellow than I was expecting. It's got a nice little bit of heat to give it a bit of brightness to the dish, but it's in no way going to set your mouth on fire, or at least not for me. I can also taste some coriander in the dish, and I just really love how it all comes together. This dish was $7.90, and it's one of the entrees on their menu. It's very rare for John and I to go to an Indian restaurant without having a mango lassi. So this is one of John's favourite drinks and mine as well. And I think this is one of the most beautifully presented mango lassis that I have ever seen. And this was only $5.90, which is excellent value. So if you're not familiar with lassi, it's a very popular yogurt-based drink. Now, it comes in a variety of flavours. We usually get it in mango. You can have it plain in like a salty kind of flavour, or you could get it with rose syrup as well. That's another popular one. I highly recommend getting the mango one. It is just so tasty. I love this beautiful, vibrant colour, and the drizzle of syrup on it. It's a really interesting addition as well. Oh, that is just so rich and thick. It's got beautiful mango flavour, nice tang of the yogurt. It is so delicious.
I'm at the top of West Point Shopping Centre in Blacktown. It's a food precinct with a lot of different restaurants and eateries. I'm at one of the eateries here called Angel's Filipino Barbecue. I'm going to try one of their most popular dishes, the barbecue skewers. So these are pork skewers that have been marinated and grilled. These look so appetizing. I really love how that marinade is just glistening off that meat. The skewers get grilled, and through the grilling process, that marinade keeps getting basted on top. So the marinade's got soy sauce in there. There's also vinegar, garlic, sugar, and I think there's also calamansi in there as well. So calamansi is like a citrusy lemon citrus fruit. This just looks really, really yummy, and I'm gonna give it a go. Oh, that's so yum. What I love about Filipino barbecue skewers is that real smoky taste. So you can really taste the smoke from the grill. And it's also quite sweet. That marinade has quite a fair bit of sweetness to it. Sweetness mixed with that savoury pork. It's really delicious and you keep wanting to go back for more. The barbecue pork skewers come in a set of 2, accompanied with rice, and they were $16.
Murli is a highly rated food truck in Blacktown, and they started with South Indian cuisine, but they've expanded to more general Indian cuisine. But they do have a lot of great South Indian dishes, like this idli with sambar. So this was $11.99, and it comes with these rice pancakes as well as the sambar, which is like a dal with extra spices and garam masala. And then we've got a coconut and gram sambal and a tomato and onion and ginger sambal as well. So this looks amazing. Just gonna dip that idli in. Maybe try a bit of the... Oh, so that idli is really nice and fluffy. So it's got like a spongy consistency. It's firm, but it's pillowy as well. And it really soaks up the sambar and the chutneys just beautifully. It's not too spicy. There is a little bit of heat in there, but it's reasonably mild. Lots of different flavours though, and it's really delicious. This is a garlic cheese dosa. It's like a savoury pancake or crepe, South Indian style, and it's rolled up, and inside it has a garlic and cheese paste. So that sounds really delicious. And it comes with a sambal, a coconut chutney, as well as a tomato chutney. And this was $14.99. So I'm going to open it up and just see what's on the inside. So you can see all smothered on the inside is that garlic and cheese paste. You can see it's a little bit spongy. You can see a few air pockets there, which is nice. And then it's got a crispy outside, so really nicely fried. I'm going to just dip it in this sambal, dip it in the chutneys. Oh yeah. So this is part of their fusion dosa range. The dosa itself is made of rice flour with a little bit of split peas as well. And it's got a really crispy texture with a little bit of sponginess as well. It kind of reminds me of a cheese toasty, but Indian style.
Blacktown is 34 kilometres west of the Sydney CBD. It was once home to the Darug people and is now one of the most multicultural areas of Greater Sydney. Over half the people who live in Blacktown were born overseas, with the main countries being India, the Philippines, China, Fiji and New Zealand.
Smoking Gringos is a really popular takeaway restaurant in Blacktown. And as you can see behind me, it is so popular, there are lines out the door. So they're a great fast food option right in the heart of Blacktown. Their menu consists of a lot of Mexican favourites. So we have one of their most popular dishes, it's the Birria Nachos. And this was $18. You can choose the base menu item, load it up with your meat of choice. We've chosen the beef. And then you have your sauces, mild, medium or spicy. And for an additional price, you can add extra toppings as well, things like sour cream or extra cheese. So with the Birria Nachos, you've got your corn tortillas, you've got your beef here or your choice of meat. Got onions and cilantro, jalapeno, guacamole, and then we've got our sauce to drizzle over the top. Oh, look at that. Yum, yum, yum. So I love nachos. John's mum does a funny thing. She always calls it Nachos for some weird reason. So John and I have started calling it that as well. This looks so tasty. I'll get a bit of that guacamole and I can see some cheese underneath as well. That Birria marinade is just so flavorful. This meat has been slow roasted, so it's really nice and tender. There's a really beautiful saltiness, beautiful savouriness to the dish. And then it's great that you can also adjust your heat depending on the sauce that you choose. And Smoking Gringos is mainly gluten-free apart from their burritos. And they also have vegetarian options. So you could have had this in a cauliflower, but you've just got to make sure that the base is compatible with the vegetarian diet. So I can really understand why there are queues out the door.
If you're looking for a sweet treat in Blacktown, come to Green Peppercorn Desserts. So they're located at the top of West Point Shopping Centre. And I'm really excited because we've tried green peppercorn food before. When we did our Fairfield food tour, we were at their restaurant and I was actually regretting not trying their amazing dessert menu. So when I came here, I saw the desserts and thought, that's it, now's my time. This is an ube fried ice cream. Ube is a yam and that's where it gets its vibrant purple color. It's quite popular in sweet dishes in the Philippines. This here's an ube jelly. So this is some toasted coconut and almonds. And now I'm gonna crack into the main event. So you've got that light pastry on the outside and the really tasty vanilla ice cream on the inside. So I described the ube as creamy. It is definitely sweet. And the ube jelly bits give it a chewy texture on top. In addition to mouth-watering desserts, Green Peppercorn Desserts also do really tasty drinks. So these are their fruit shakes. So I've got watermelon and lychee. So these were both $10. Oh, you can taste the lychees in there so clearly. I'm pretty sure they put in real ingredients. It's not syrup, and it's just mixed in with ice. And I think there might be a little bit of extra sugar in there as well, because they're very sweet. I have a quick taste of the watermelon one now as well. So that's also really sweet. They're both very refreshing. I think I'd go with the lychee one over the watermelon one. You really get that strong lychee taste, and you even get some chunks of lychee come through as well. So the chunky bits of the lychee and the crunchiness of the ice just make it really satisfying. The mango sticky rice is a Southeast Asian dessert favorite. Now this looks presented immaculately. So you've got the mango on top of a sticky rice base, and you've got some toasted coconut there as well. And then we've got some sago, and I believe, I'm hoping that it's a pandan sago. This looks all so nice. I'm gonna have to mix it all together, ruin how pretty it looks. Oh, I'll just try some of that sticky rice. Oh, yum, this is great. That sticky rice is really sweet. It's a little bit gooey, gelatinous, and that sago is definitely pandan, so it's quite fragrant. I just love that pandan taste. And I would describe pandan as being a little bit similar to a vanilla taste. Similar, but not quite. And it is sweet, and it just goes so well with this dish. I really like that toasted coconut as well. It gives a bit of nuttiness to the dish. I haven't even mentioned the mango, the star of the dish. Mango is by far my favorite fruit. It's just so sweet and smooth. It's so good. So you can find sticky rice as a staple dessert in mainly Thailand and Laos. This mango sticky rice was $15, and Green Peppercorn have some amazing Southeast Asian desserts, and you can find them here in Blacktown, also in Fairfield, and soon to be opening in March, a third restaurant in Marrickville. See You 5 O'Clock is a food truck in Blacktown that serves up Indian street food. As the name suggests, it opens from 5 p.m. and it goes all the way through till 11:30 at night. This food truck is 100% halal, and so tonight I'm going to try their Aloo Tikki noodle burger. Their noodle burgers are their most popular dishes. My Aloo Tikki is a fried potato patty. So that sounds really yummy, and I'm sure there's going to be some spicy sauce in there. It looks like a mayo sauce. Anyway, I'm going to find out very shortly. And I really like that they've got this foil to contain it all as well, so it's very, very user-friendly. This veg noodle burger is $9.50, and there's also a chicken version for $10. I'd say this mayo tastes a little more like the special sauce that you get on a Big Mac burger. I really like that taste. The red sauce on the bottom tastes a bit like a tomato chutney. There's just a lot of flavour in there. There's a fair bit of sweetness there. The potato patty has a number of spices in there, but it's quite mild, but it's still very delicious. And it's just a really interesting addition to have the noodles. I've never had noodles in a burger, so quite unique. So all in all, it's a really tasty, cheap eat in Blacktown.
Crispy Crib is an awesome food truck in Blacktown, which has a really interesting menu. Their menu's a mix of Korean and Japanese flavours, as well as Aussie favourites. Their breakfast specials start from $10, and we've got the Bulgolgi roll, which is Korean-style Bulgolgi beef on a Turkish roll. This looks so yummy, and it's served nice and toasty, and I can smell the marinade on the Bulgolgi. It smells so nice and savoury. That beef is so nice and tender, and it's got such a tasty marinade. The marinade's really nice and salty, it's rich, it's beefy, and then you've got some lettuce on there to give it a bit of freshness, and that Turkish roll just holds it all together really nicely. This spot is also very popular for coffees, so if you want your morning caffeine fix, come here. To get to Blacktown, we recommend catching the train. Blacktown train station is about an hour by train from the Sydney CBD, and there are limited trains that stop at Blacktown station. Blacktown's on the T1 and T5 train lines, and there are also regional services which take you from Blacktown to places like the Blue Mountains and Dubbo. Blacktown's also serviced by buses. So John, what did you think of our Blacktown food tour?
Well, I actually found it really challenging. So challenging in the way that there was just so many great options to choose from.
And it really did give you a taste of the world just in the one location.
We found so many great places to eat in Blacktown that we're going to make another Blacktown food tour, showing why Blacktown is Sydney's most underrated food capital. Another thing that I found really fascinating about Blacktown was how many food trucks there were around the area. You were spoiled for choice, and there are some great value options.
So if you're new to our channel, hi, I'm Jay and this is John, and we're Bucket List Travellers. And we've been doing food tours like this through Sydney, as well as food and travel vlogs from around the world. So if you want to follow us on our adventures, be sure to subscribe. We are Bucket List Travellers.
See you next time.